It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day.
So, all right. Beaker's birthday was yesterday. So, ironically, we were trying to figure out like what do we want to do for him, and Chelsea was like, "All right, yeah, his birthday, like in our mind somehow his birthday was 10/5." And so we bought that was Wednesday. On Sunday we bought him some ground beef, some cream cheese. We were like, all right, we're gonna make him like a little special dinner plate for him. And we made him on Wednesday like this awesome plate of like, here's your delicious food, and like I was gonna get him toys and stuff. We fucking we get him that, and then I look at his birth certificate because it's on the kitchen table still, and I was like, it says whelping 10/7 or 10/7, and she was like, okay, and I was like, that's the day he was born. I was like, we fucking had his birthday wrong. So yeah, we celebrated a little. He has no idea, but yeah, yesterday she made him
You're
a
right.
sweet
He
outfit.
has no idea.
Yeah, he
You
literally
could celebrate it
every
whenever
day.
the fuck you want to. Yeah, who cares?
It was just dope. He had like such a good day yesterday that like I got him like a new toy. I got him a new Kong. She made him a new shirt because like I got her sewing machine. She's just been making him clothes and stuff. And he was just like wiggle booty, super happy. And then we ended up watching like the most interesting movie I've seen in a very long time that is on Peacock. It's called Dr. Jekyll's Sister Hyde. And it's from the 70s. And it's literally the Dr. Jekyll Hyde situation where the dude makes a chemical, takes it, and changes. But instead of changing into like a beefy, fucking chaotic, crazy man, changes into a woman.
I kid you not, I've seen that movie.
It's so good. It's good. I was like,
yeah, I'll never watch it. So.
Dude, it's the LGBTQ movie that they never knew they had. With like,
but also, I'm not gonna go searching for that movie.
No, I heard of it because Edgar Wright and Quentin Tarantino talked about it with Martin Scorsese, and they were like, "Isn't this the greatest movie ever?" And they're like, "This is the top 10 movie." And so like we just happened to be on Peacock looking at horror movies, and Chelsea saw that and she goes, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "Let's watch the trailer." And like the trailer was ridiculous, and I was like, "Yep, we're watching this." I mean, honestly though, I saw some top tier titty like in that movie. It was pretty intense, and you got to see.
Watch it tonight.
Huh? You gonna watch it tonight? It's
good. Absolutely, 100%.
I mean, the funniest part is like, it had like in a weird like thing that you don't really see anymore in the modern era is like old style boobs that aren't like affected by modern day bras or like surgery. It was very interesting to see. Like Chelsea and I were sitting there like scientifically looking at this going like, boobs don't look like that no more. It was funny.
All right, explain. What do you mean?
So like you remember
in detail, please.
All right. So now they're rounded, right? Like they're like, because of the bras are designed to support your actual boob. Your like under boob is supported, so they become more rounded at the top, right? So like most boobs are like circular, and then you look at them from the side, they're also like half a curve, like a ball, like a ball. You know, what is that called? Mm-hmm. Sphere. They're like half sphere shape, right? Well, I mean, because in the 70s and stuff during the like filming of this movie, and probably like as she was growing up, the main actress, they slope the cone, not exactly cone titties, but like they have the slope and then they're flat on the bottom. And like, it was just, we were looking at going like, man, that's like what boobs look like naturally without any support, just being hung down by gravity, like rugged. It was so funny. We were like, those boobs so numb. like it was so funny.
I'll be honest. I know exactly what you're saying. Like now that you've described it, with like the slope and almost the cone shape. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it just made me laugh.
Yep.
I was like, that's right. We'll never. That's the end of an era. We'll never see those again.
Never say never.
Well, I mean, it's that goes the way of foot binding and all that stuff. We'll never get to see it again.
But bitches ain't wearing bras and shit now again. Like now, like they ain't even wearing bras.
Yeah.
Like there's a chance that natural shape
They'll
might
burn.
just roll back.
I say we burn them. Burn them bras.
Shit, burn the shirts too. Then just have the titty out,
Nudist colonies forever.
right? I don't see the problem. I only see positives.
Well, yeah, watching that movie just made me realize, like, all right, it's time we write more movies. And I'd say we got to start bringing some ideas and let's throw them at the wall and see what ideas we got stick, and we should write another movie. Like,
Agree.
I thought of
Yep.
I
Love
thought
it.
of the punnest movie because that's how my brain works. I was in the shower and I was thinking, I was like, I want to make a Disney Channel movie around golf, and I was like, the easiest way to think of it is you have to go with a golf pun and then make it something. So I thought of par for the course, as in PARFOUR, the COURSE. And I was like, oh, like a par 4 and the course, as in like golf course. And that, in my brain, I was like, this has to be like a Johnny Tsunami of golf movie. You know what I mean? Like the new kid comes to town. And originally, like my original thought was maybe the kid is a natural at golf. But I don't like that idea. I think like that's been done too many times, you know?
See, I have two ideas in regards to this movie. I would say, firstly, your title should be the fourth movie. I'm already franchising. I'm already building sequels.
Yeah, the first one, the Fore is spelled FORE, like as you're yelling for.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then the fourth one is FOUR.
That's it. And then
you should make him like a mini golf champ who then gets like talked shit on by like fucking real golf kids. And then he has to be like,
I love this.
Right? Yeah.
Let's do it.
I love this.
Well, the way I'm thinking too with it is like his dad's a pro golfer and everybody expects him to be amazing at golf, but he's shit at driving and everything. Like he's not good at like the main aspect, but he is damn good at putting. Like that's where his heart lies, is like putting. I would say that's like the funniest thing, is just him being like, his dad being like, come on, son, like we're at the range all the time. They have like the greatest technology, and like he's trying to perfect his swing, and his dad's just like, like getting fed up with him. And everybody expects him to be really damn good, but like all the kids at the country club are like whipping his ass and making him feel like a fucking dummy. Then he meets a girl at the like that happens to like go to there as well, and she's not like a fan of golf, and like but she likes mini golf, and they go on a date like type of thing. And that's when he discovers like, oh, I'm really good at mini golf. There's less pressure at mini golf. It's fun.
Wait, can I hit you with a fucking twist?
Go ahead, man.
We sell it to Adam Sandler, and we have the character meet Chubbs Peterson's son. And we have young Chubbs fucking teaching this kid how to play golf and have an amazing interracial friendship.
Make it his nephew, because like Chubbs is so dedicated to golf, he never had a kid. But if you make it his nephew, then you got the workaround. It would be like my Uncle Chubbs.
Uncle Chubbs.
Like that'd be great. And then in the flashbacks, Keenan Thomas plays Chubbs. No.
I was gonna say the guy's still alive.
Yeah, but like if it's a flashback, I mean, you'd have to de-age him, you know?
Oh, that's easy technology now.
I guess so. Yeah, they got deep fakes. But no, that was my idea. Is just like I would love a golf Disney Channel Johnny Tsunami-esque movie where like it's just like the triumphant, like the kid starts off with like being shitty and then like finds out like, oh, I do have a talent. It's not the one that was expected of me, but it's the one I deserve. No, wait, that's Batman.
I
But
feel
no.
like there's a way to literally take like your story, like insert golf,
Mm-hmm.
and then be somewhere in the middle between Johnny Tsunami and like fucking Alley Catch Strike, and just hit it like
Yeah.
right there, and just hit the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Like he's been golfing right-handed, and it turns out he's left-handed. Like his dad's like, no, purist. You're a goddamn
be.
purist, kid. He's like, but Dad, I hate driving. I hate irons. They're hard.
Oh, the
What's up?
kid is the son from Tin Cup.
I'm just saying. How we could
I
make
love this idea.
we could make golf cool again.
Golf is cool, dude.
Well,
I would say it wasn't.
Don't fucking tell me it's not.
I'm just saying the years when we had Tiger Woods
Golf
with
is gonna
PlayStation
be
games. I know it's about to be
golf
huge. It's about to be
dope
huge
with
with
the
that.
Netflix show. It's
Yeah.
gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that's what's really gonna take it off again. It's bring it up to the hype of like the '90s Tiger Woods when everybody was like, "Yo, this motherfucker is hitting like 300 yards easily." And
Oh, they all hit it over 300.
I know now they do.
Now it's like 350.
I know. They're just trying
crazy.
to keep up with them. I mean, how fucked are those backs gonna be in a few years, right? Like all that rotation.
Probably not as bad as you think.
Tiger's the one with
They'll
the most
work
fucked
out.
up.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah, now they
not,
do.
They're not 80s golfers that didn't do anything.
Smoked cigars, drank, had a good
John
time.
Daly.
Talking about Daly right now. You're fucking throwing shade at
Talking
Daly.
about the days of him and Nicholson, like just getting fucked up in golfing. Nah, but that was my shower thought idea of like a movie. What you guys thinking? What's on your minds?
I didn't go Disney, but I was just more rehashing an idea I already had.
Okay.
Nothing
Go
wrong
for
with
it.
that.
No title or anything, but I think I might have told you about it before, where I just find the idea of like people getting like life in prison and extreme like sentences past 100 years. I would just love to make some type of horror movie
Mm-hmm.
or thriller, whatever, where you do spend the rest of your life and afterlife in prison based on the amount of years you get in jail, where like your soul is used for some type of, I don't know what I would use it for,
Mm-hmm.
but something that keeps the prison moving. I want to make the prisons like a living entity that uses the souls for whatever, like I don't know if there'd be like a fucking pool of souls like fucking Hades had and fucking Hercules or whatever it would be, but something that holds those people there for those extreme amounts of time. Because if you're gonna die, what's the point of sentencing somebody to 999 years in jail?
It's like a Hellraiser, whatever the puzzle box. I forget the Pentaveret.
The
No,
lament.
what's it called? Yeah,
The lament configuration.
Yeah, it's like that, but absorbing people.
Right. It's kind of in that general idea. And I was like, man, this could be kind of cool. But I just never really got to flush it out the rest of the way. Like I did some research on some different types of like mythological type fucking beings and shit to see if I could fit some shit in. And the only thing I found were these I have it written on my computer, but unfortunately I'm not at it.
No,
But they're these like, it's like a Norse fucking type of being or whatever, and they're these fucking pros that literally circle around looking for like souls to snatch up. And I was like, yo, that would be a great idea for any like souls trying to escape the prison and just having these birds like constantly flying around it, snatching up souls and bringing them back to where they belong and shit. So there's just literally no escape to a real afterlife or anything like that. That'd be fucking sweet. Keep it weird as shit.
Just fucking like come into your cell window as you're sleeping and sucks out your soul, flies up and down a chimney and fucking sacrifices itself. Just like
what?
That'd be pretty
Well,
dope.
the thing is, the crows also, they're apparently like one being as well. So it said that like they all have these like their own personalities and blah blah blah, but they all connect to like one hive mind and create one giant creature when they're all together. And I was like, this could be cool.
That's
I mean,
pretty intense.
that could be something.
I fucks with it. Either that or make a video game out of it. You can make like an Alan Wake type game. Some of them survival horror type game where you're like, why is everybody in this prison? Just a dude who's only serving like a 10-year sentence, watching all these people who are in there for fucking life just like slowly melt away.
All right, so here's my real idea. I pitch the idea, I get it popping like that. They go to make it, but then they just make like Death Stranding, and it's just a delivery game. You just walk around delivering packages across your map.
It turns into Power Washer Simulator. Not like,
Yeah.
what is this? Prison Warden Simulator.
You being bad? No. Good.
Good boy. Good boy. That'd be fucked up. I dig it. I mean, I like horror movies that have have a plan. Like sometimes you watch a movie and they're clearly just like, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, because this is cool. And if it doesn't have like an actual purpose, it gets kind of frustrating.
Right.
Like when you're like, I want a cohesive story in my horror. Ironically, I don't just want to watch a fucking slasher movie anymore. I'm like over watching I mean, it is entertaining. Like when we watched Hatchet, when we were all on the couch watching Hatchet, and like that's a good time. But every once in a while, you want a good like story actually with it. Like The Invisible Man. When I saw that in theaters, I was like, this is actually pretty good. They put some thought into this movie, but not the Dark Universe shit. Not The Mummy, with the worst actor for that movie, Thomas Cruise.
They fucked that up big time, and they know they did. They know what they did.
You want to know why I found out the movie was terrible? Tom Cruise took over production of the movie halfway through because he like had ideas, and nobody said no to him because he's Tom Cruise. Like nobody had the balls to stand up to him. And so he took the movie, rewrote scenes and dialogue like day of filming, and then hired his own editor to edit the movie and try and make it as good as he could. Like originally he didn't have as many lines or as many scenes, and then he just kind of like took over and made it his movie, because the director literally like toward the last month of production just would show up, would say action, and then just walk away because he knew, like, I don't own this set. Nobody here respects me. Tom Cruise is like the one that is running this movie. I was like,
that kind of sucks. And I mean, I think one of the big fuck ups that they did for that movie in general, and they were trying to build that universe, is one, they obviously had Del Toro already signed and ready to go. But he wrote probably something that was amazing, and they were like, "No, this isn't commercial enough. This isn't going to get us where we need to go." And then they basically just tried to rip off League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That's all that shit was.
I mean, yeah, they'll never be anything good.
The worst part was, like, the League already exists. That was a fucking dope movie. Should have got a sequel, and now they try to do it, but with other monsters. I was like, bro, this movie literally already existed.
People don't care about Draculas anymore.
I mean, I'll enjoy it if you fucking do it, but don't give me some dumb shit. Like, make it cool. It's not fucking that hard. I don't think it is.
Who knows? Fuck.
Somebody wrote all the Underworld movies, and those are cool.
Well, that has what's that girl's name from those movies?
Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah. Well, you got it. Maybe that's Mummy's problem. You gotta have a fine ass bitch.
The girl who was the Mummy was kind of hot.
Yeah.
But wasn't she barely in it? I heard she was barely in it. They ripped off scenes from the Mummy. Like the Brendan Fraser Mummy, they ripped off scenes from it and barely had her in it. Like the fucking elemental shit where the Mummy has the power to control like sandstorms. That's what they should have done. If I was writing that movie, I would have made it a horror comedy. A good time, as they say.
Are you trying to rewrite Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy?
I would love. Oh my god, I would love to write a slapstick movie. You know what I mean? Like a dumb slapstick adventure movie, like a Three Stooges-esque with pratfalls and shit. Like you open up the fucking door, like you're in the kitchen. You're like, you hear something, you open up, and then the fucking ironing board falls and hits you in the head type shit. Like,
I'll tell you what, you could definitely write that easily. And if you really want to pander, you just use a bunch of fucking like loser fucking like Gen Z kids and make them say bro a lot, and you got a movie.
bro, filmed for YouTube at 30 frames per second. Like filming on
That's
my
what I'm
iPhone.
saying. Like, I mean, that's their type of comedy is like slapstick, but it's got to be followed up by the word bro. Like after everything, like oh bro, I got you. Blah. Like if you don't fucking hit them with that, you ain't got a movie.
I'll just hire Chevy Chase to coordinate it, and then we'll be fine.
I would hire him instantly.
Because he's done so many slapstick things from all the vacation movies and all that jazz.
I just want to hear him talk about shit. I just want to hear his real thoughts.
I don't know if you want to hear that. I don't know.
Oh, I do. I'm ready. Fucking plug me into that matrix. I'm ready to go.
Come on, Pierce.
All right, I'm saying I want to hear that motherfucker just go and go and go. I want to hear him rant. I bet you he's funnier than Lewis Black.
I don't know. Lewis Black's pretty funny.
So Chevy Chase.
I would say maybe he's funnier than Dane Cook.
You shut your mouth.
No, he's funnier than
No.
Dat Fan.
Then who?
Dat Fan. Don't you remember Dat Fan?
No, who's that?
He was the dude that won. Remember, what was that old Comedy Central show, Last Comic Standing? Yeah.
That was an NBC show.
He was the first one to win that. He was an Asian dude named Dat Fan.
I gotta be honest with you, I don't remember this guy.
He had a urinal
At
joke.
all.
I remember that. He had like a joke about Mortal Kombat at the urinal, and the punchline was finish him. I don't know. I can't remember. He was funny,
No,
but it was like a
I
10-minute.
like, I'm so confused. The only people I remember personally from Last Comic Standing was Doug Benson, Bill Bellamy, Amy Schumer.
Lisa Lampanelli?
She was on that shit?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was.
No fucking
She might have
way.
been
No.
like a judge or something. I don't think she was like on it.
The same like Lavelle Crawford, the man himself.
I bet Theo Vaughn was on there.
He was doing reality TV at the time, probably.
Yeah, I don't think he
probably
was.
still on like Road Rules or whatever the fuck he was doing.
Which is amazing when you go back and watch and see him on there being like totally normal. But then you hear behind the scenes stuff from his podcast when he tells all the fucked up shit that like he's like, yeah, we were on that shit, man. We'd be doing like cocaine and then we'd end up going back to the hotel with a couple of hookers. I remember I fucking jizzed in a sock because I was scared to come in the woman. Like he just says shit like that. You're like, God damn it, Theo. What the fuck? I remember this one time, man, during COVID, I thought I got this girl pregnant. Like he's so fucking funny.
Yeah, he's one of the best. There was one episode he was doing this podcast where Bobby Lee was there.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And they were talking about like Vietnam and shit. He's like the Vietnamese. He's like, that just sounds angry every time you say it. It's the racist thing I've ever heard.
He's so fucking funny, dude. I love him so much. Oh shit.
It's so good.
Oh, Adam, what movie idea do you got for us? One of these ideas is gonna go into production. I'm telling you.
I think it's probably yours. Mine doesn't have legs right now. Just a very, very bare bones idea of something.
I love that though. It's
But
clay.
I don't know if there's a story behind it. There's
You
really
can
no
mold
story.
bare bones.
I don't really have a
Can you?
story of it though.
You can eat bare bones.
Oh, give us the idea though. What's your idea?
So like everyone has like some kind of imprinted code within their brain. So like if you figure that out, it either like unlocks the true potential of your brain and you can use it like almost like a limitless pill.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get it wrong, like you die.
Ooh.
So like it's give or take. Like you could just go on living life without even really trying for it, or you do if you're really desperate, or if you really want to use all the potential of your brain, you can try to guess it within some kind of, I don't know how that works. If it's like some kind of like higher council or something like that, that they know if it's like what everyone's imprinted
Mm.
code is.
Well, that'd be cool. So, would you want to do it in like a matrixy, like cyberpunk way type looking thing, or would you want it to be like more like modern looking, or like, do you have an idea for that?
I
No.
I got an idea though then off of that, because like you could make it so everybody everybody has like metaverse type thing where that's where like most of your information, like you have the choice to join the quote unquote metaverse. I probably shouldn't say metaverse because we could probably get sued using that. We'll say megaverse.
Yeah.
So you can
Just say, I don't know.
server. You can upload, so you can
Yep.
be on server, and like everybody has a server account. Like instead of a social security number, you get a server account number, and you make it so you put all your information. And when you're born, they take a scan of your code and upload it to the server, and it's up to you to activate it. And so they realize like, oh wait, that code right there can help unlock your full potential of your brain. But the sacrifice would be then by doing that, like you hook your brain up to the server and it can either unlock your brain 100% if done correctly, but maybe there's like a chance, there's like a percentage wise where sometimes your brain it rejects the server and then you're brain dead. You just die. And it's about like people doing that.
Yeah, I just don't know what the story like. I think there's legs there, but I got to figure out some kind of story for it.
It could be like the reverse, like the like not Fahrenheit 451. What's the one where everybody's doing something and then the person's like, "But I don't want to do that," and starts like an iRobot ish type thing, or like the
Kind
one.
of like the Giver.
Yeah, like the giver. Like this person, everybody else is like, "Come on, dude, join the server, be a part of the server," and this guy's like, "I don't want to be a part of the server." And then like, because once you're in the server, it's hard to separate from the server. Like you will go brain dead if you separate your consciousness from the server.
See, now if you keep pushing that, you're going too far into the matrix, though. You're going
Yeah,
to push it a little too far.
like it's got to be like a one and done thing. Like if you want to do it,
Do it.
do it. But then I got to figure out how do you figure out the different parts of the code? Like there has to be like a journey to getting those
Yeah, to
codes. I
getting
don't know
code.
what that is. Yeah.
Scientific trials.
To then you get to the decision of, am I going to go for it or not?
I mean, you could
Like
do
if
like
you're confident.
a genetic trials type thing where it's like they fucking have to essentially they hook you up to a fucking machine, and then they're like you just see the person going through pain as they're like sitting there like going through it and like all that jazz. Like they hook electrodes and shit, they put like your mouth guard in, all that jazz, and like it's something fucking painful. Like they have to like fucking take a needle, put it in your spine, pull out your spinal fluid, like from the brain stem type shit.
Now, wait, why are they doing that? What's going on?
Because you're trying to
This,
unlock
this
your
is like
brain
to get the
potential.
code.
Yeah, like you could make it so it's like here's your idea where you can start, Adam. It's a college student, right? He's trying to like make a name for himself for his senior project, and he's like been working away, being like, I got this theory on you can decode your genetic code for your brain, and there's like blockages in your genetic code that make it so your brain doesn't reach its full potential, and like he's trying to discover like what is those last few things so he can genetically alter it to unlock the full potential of his brain, right? And so he needs you make it even crazier, he needs test subjects, right? So he starts using fellow students, and like but they die. Like some of them start to die. Like, so he'll do the experiment. They're fine for like a few days. Their brain's like functioning. They're doing really well on test, and then they just start having like aneurysms and shit. Like, he's like, all right, my roommate, he's like, he's like a really fucking bad student, or he's like a tutor. And so instead of actually educating the kids, he's doing his experiments on them to unlock their brain. And then they start doing well, but then they start dying. And like the school's like, what the fuck? We have a bunch of kids just like having like these moments. He's just trying to like figure it out. Then you can have it set up so like he's like, you know, fall in love with a girl. Girl's like, oh my God, you're a super smart, successful scientist. I'm also a scientist, blah, blah, blah. And like, you know, as more people are dying and they're doing investigations across the campus, like, why are these students dying? Like, there's a mass aneurysms. Is this tied to something? And then they start realizing, like, oh, wait, these kids are having, like, puncture marks on the back of their neck or something. Like, something's been injected in them. And, like, she's, like, we'll say she's, like, a part of the forensics, like, part of the school. And, like, death investigating these kids with, like, the professor and stuff. And she starts stumbling on, like, oh, all these kids are having, like, this same issue. Then at the end, you just have it so he does it to himself and he becomes like super smart. And then, ironically, he dies as well. He's like, oh, I fucking solved it. She's like, bro, you can't be doing this. He becomes like the Lex Luthor.
That's one way.
That's
See, I kind of see it
weird way.
I see it in a slightly different. Like, what if, right? So, like, what if at birth, like we talked about the blockage.
Yep.
What if you're artificially blocked? No matter, like, what if everybody is born with that like ability or that potential, but they block it on purpose? So when you block it on purpose, obviously, maybe you could make it super obvious, and the government does it to keep everybody in control. But like at birth, your parents have an option to like give up something the government wants, whether it be money or something or whatever, which then you can get into like maybe more like higher up people being smarter than the dum-dums down low because they have more to give.
What a loser.
Whatever. Yeah, like whatever the fucking quid pro quo could be. But then like the same kind of like general idea, like maybe some people start getting wind of it and you have like these back alley fucking like unblockages and shit. We have these like crazy fucking people who are, you know, they're not doctors, but they sure as fuck read enough books. And they start doing those experiments on people trying to unblock it for them due to their, like, you know, choice to do it. But then obviously if it's not done correct, then they die or go fucking retarded or whatever the fuck.
Go
happens.
LGBTQ. All the failed ones. I'm just kidding. All the failed unblocking.
Like, oh man, I got my fucking brain scrambled and gay now. I just really could use some dick right now.
I mean, you truly could make this some fucking right-wing propaganda film if you made it that. We could go after a market, get all the what the hell's that dude? Oh man, the one that's always wearing the suit. Oh fuck, the right-wing dude, conservative. Fuck, what's his name? You know the one I'm talking about? Shapiro. Ben Shapiro. We could get Ben Shapiro to sign in on this film, man.
That guy's a hero.
Fucking A.
He is just the way he tears into people. That shit just makes me smile. I'm like, yo, no, I can't. No, he really doesn't. I can't. Sometimes the way he just fucking lets people go, I'm like, oh shit, like no punches were pulled, just straight up shit on some people. I was like, okay, you know what? Sometimes that has to happen, I guess.
Adam wants to write a wholesome film. I turn it into like a Ben Shapiro propaganda machine.
Yeah, dicks.
Fucking hell. I do like the idea. I like the idea
Yeah,
of like
there's something there.
There is something
I just don't
there.
know where to go with it. Maybe this is another one. This is one for another time, maybe.
Yeah.
Like it might be a different episode for that one.
I do like
we'll rehash it.
I think
we could rehash it another time.
Oh, for sure. I
think yours has a lot more legs to go on.
It's easier
today.
to write a fucking Disney Channel movie than it is
Yeah.
to write a serious, thought-provoking thriller. You know what I'm saying? Like, a Disney Channel movie is essentially like, Frank got a pizza. Frank is a pizza guy. Frank went to deliver pizza. It's like you just have to say stupid shit like that, and it's like, okay, we get it. He likes pizza. No, wait. Oh, wait. He serves pizza, but he hates it? Like, that's like Disney Channel shit.
Yeah.
Now, I do think par for the course is it's because it does the things Disney Channel movies need, right? Like Disney Channel movies need a pun. Do you fucking think that Johnny Tsunami was written and then they're like, what do we call this movie? Let's call it Tsunami. No, somebody went, yo, you know it's a great name? Johnny Tsunami. Let's write a movie on this name. Just like all of their fucking things were probably like, man, Alley Cat Strike. We should write a movie, a bowling movie, and we'll call it Alley Cat Strike. Like, that's how all of their shit is. Halloween Town. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all their shit is like, they probably have a list of 40 names, and then they're like, all right, you write a movie on this name. You write a movie on this name. Like, that's the thing. The only one they probably didn't do that for is the Frankie Muniz crippled kid in the soapbox derby.
Miracle on Lane 2?
Yeah. I essentially think they, you know what I mean? Like, that one too. Somebody wrote Miracle on Lane 2, and then they're like, what is this movie about? And he's like, oh, it's about a crippled kid who wins a soapbox derby race. Does he get his legs back in the end from it? Is that the miracle? No, he just wins it.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle that a kid who can't feel his legs can drive a thing that doesn't require it doesn't have a brake pedal.
Your feet.
It doesn't have anything needed with your feet. It's just a steering wheel and a little handbrake. Oh, Christ. When you break that down, that movie doesn't have a miracle. Oh,
No.
shit. The miracle is friendship. No. Okay, so par for the course. Yeah, I definitely think if we started off with like, do you guys like the idea that his dad's a pro golfer and he's not good at it, or do you want the idea to be he was good at something else and then everybody wants him to do one thing, but his hobby is mini golf? You know what I'm saying? Like, which one would you rather see? Like, him not have a good long game, but really good at putting and finds fun in the mini golf, or mini golf's his hobby, but everybody wants him to be like, oh, you're a football player.
I think that's the route.
You think that's
I think
the
he
route?
should just be. I think he should be a baller fucking mini golf kid, like super good at it, has no interest in regular golf, but then just has the gauntlet thrown down with it. Like, you could never do what we do. Just the same way you have Johnny Tsunami, where he's like, are you snowboarding when we're skiing? I don't think so.
I don't think so, you little bitch. Nah.
Exactly. I don't think so.
But that's why I was thinking, like, if his dad was like a pro golfer, like, type, and in that sense, then you would have the Fore aspect where, like, he just can't fucking like, his swinging is terrible. Like, he has like fucked up back or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he can't. Homeboy just slices it every time it hits somebody. And then you get those awesome shots of him just slicing it, nailing people with the ball. You can have those like hilarious scenes where he hits it and like a waiter's carrying like a tray of drinks and gets hit and spills it all over somebody's nice dress. And then that kid's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you definitely got to kill the dad before the movie starts.
Kill the dad?
Oh.
No, you gotta kill the mom.
Yeah, the mom was a pro golfer and she dies, and his dad hates golf. Boom. His dad was like, nah, man, mom was consumed by golf and was never home. I was a stay-at-home dad. Now she dead. I don't want anything to do with golf. And so the son secretly goes out and mini golf.
On the tour.
Yeah. Yeah, she died. She was like, I live and die by the tour. I think that, I mean, I also am a fan of the aspect where his dad fucking despises golf. And then watching his son win at mini golf, he's like, all right, maybe it's not as bad as
What
that.
if? Oh no!
Say it, Adam. Say it.
What if? What if his mom left them for a pro golfer, so that's why his dad hates golf?
Ooh.
Extreme.
David's breaking up, but I'm assuming he's saying she's a lesbian and dated another girl in the PGA, women's PGA. And that's how it goes down. I mean, honestly, it would be it would not be incorrect of a Disney movie to be like, mom left when you were a kid for a golfer, for her golf instructor, or like, you know what I mean, like something stupid.
Yeah, but I think they have to relay that information to the kid later in the movie.
Yeah, like that's
Like,
why his dad doesn't like golf.
It's just like a no golf house, like for whatever reason.
Comically,
He
no
never
golf.
gives him. Yeah, he just doesn't give him an explanation at all.
Like, he has a sign in the basement that has the word golf with a red circle with the line going through it, like type thing.
Yeah.
We're like,
What if it's a big sign that just says golf is for pussies?
it's got to be Disney Channel, okay? It says golf is for goofballs. Like,
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Golf is for goofballs.
but I think, like, I do think, yeah, like, oh man, all right. Hold on. Here we go. Here's the foundation, right? Kid just moves to town. Him and his dad moved to town, right? Dad got, we'll say, a new job. We'll say his dad is like something with broadcasting, something with, like, he's involved with the news, right? Like, he's the new sports anchor or something.
So then you have to cover golf. So
But that's why I want it to be that he is an anchor or something. Like, he's eventually gonna have to cover this golf thing that the kid's involved in.
oh, that's how he finds out that he does
That's how he
it.
finds out.
Oh, okay, I like that. Okay.
So they moved to this town.
Maybe
Dad-
not a sports anchor. Maybe he's like just a news anchor.
just local news.
Yeah.
Local news
Or
anchor,
weather guy.
weather guy,
And
oh,
they do a live weather thing from the mini golf
Yeah,
tournament.
he has to be there.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, all
And
right,
the kid is freaking out because he finds out his dad's going to be there. He doesn't know he's golfing.
exactly. So we'll make it so he is essentially, they're moving to this new town, blah blah blah. His dad's like, all right, I'm starting this job. Like, you're going to be in the school, like, blah blah blah. And the kid goes to school. Of course, he, initially he's bullied, like a classic new kid, hey, new kid, blah blah blah. He's sitting in, like, this class. There's the cute girl that he likes and, like, sees her and, like, blah blah blah. It goes on. They're signing up for extracurricular activities, of course, and one of the clubs is the mini golf club. And he sees her sitting at the booth, like, you know what I mean? She's the one,
Getting the sign up.
she's running the club. So, of course, he signs up to, like, meet up with him. He has the dorky best friend, little black kid, Uncle Chubb's son, like,
Whoa.
you know what I mean?
How do we know he's not black?
Kid's black. All of them are black. This is an all black school. Like, kid comes in first day wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, gets bullied. So we got Yeezys on. No, but okay, but anyway, so he has, like, his nerdy best friend who's like, he's like, "Boo, we're gonna sign up for the mini golf club," and he's like, "Yeah, man, let's sign up for the mini golf club." He's like, "Okay." And, like, of course, the best friend sucks. This kid's only doing it because he wants to, like, meet this girl. And, like, at first he's, like, okay at it. And he's doing it because he wants to spend time with her. And, like, she encourages him. And then we get to a point where, like, the bullies are, like, making fun of him for being in the mini golf club, right? And, like, we'll have it set up at some point, like, he has to have a rival, right? Like, he has to have someone that eventually shows up and is, like, challenging him in the mini golf.
Yeah.
Like, we find out, like, there's, like, apparently the mini golf club, like, mini golf's, like, a big thing in this fucking town. Like, that's, like, what they're known for. We'll make it, like, set in, like, Iowa or somewhere where it's boring as shit.
Find the mini golf capital of the world.
Yeah.
We'll base it there.
Insert thing here. And it turns out, like, he's like having a good time. Like they're mini golfing at like some local Sports Emporium arcade-ish place. Him and the girl are on like a date finally. Like this is fast forwarding, of course. And like he's the whole time he's been hiding. Like he hides. Like he's been practicing in his bedroom. And when his dad comes in, the classic like throw a blanket over it. His dad like assumes he's like masturbating or something. You know what I mean? Like the inappropriate joke that's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? What like
For the parents. Yeah.
yeah, like the dad, like the kid's like hiding it under his bed. His dad reaches under the bed and pulls out like a magazine or something. You know what I mean? Like you think he's gonna pull out the club. The kid's like, oh, he's gonna find out I've been mini golfing, and it's like an adult magazine, but not really an adult magazine. Like something stupid. Like
It's a Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
yeah, something. Yeah, with his dad's name on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like something
Like
funny.
yeah.
And like,
I've been looking for this.
yeah, the dad gives him a talk, like type of like awkward, funny thing, and then leaves. And the kid's like, whew, like more relieved that he got the sex talk than the, hey, motherfucker, you're not supposed to be golfing talk. But anyway, they're mini golfing at the Sports Emporium. And like the bully kid shows up and is like, pushes him out the way, type of like, move, play on, nerd, like type of thing. And like the girl, like, stands up for him. And like then he's embarrassed, because the girl's fighting the fight for him, and she's like, "I was just trying to help," like, and he, hurt butt
Gives a
hurt.
jerk a little bit. Yeah.
And then like, of course, they're on the rocks, and that's when like all of a sudden like it's announced like, "Hey, tryouts for the mini golf championship of the world, whatever, is coming to town," and like their club is formally invited, so they all are, entering the competition, and like him, his best friend, and the girl all make it, but then so does the bully dude and his two goons also make it from their school, and like of course we'll have like a bunch of people throughout the town.
Right.
You get to the part too where it's like you find out like if you do well in this, it's like a $10,000 prize. Like you don't want to make it something astronomical, like or scholarship. Mini golf scholarship, that'd be hilarious.
No, it's just like a general scholarship for college, like
like
$5,000, whatever, $500. Who cares?
I like it.
The number doesn't matter.
Yeah. But I mean, you can make it to where like his dad's been pushing him to go into like weather, something. You know what I mean? Like his dad's like, you got to focus on your school. Like there gets to a point where his grades are slowly dropping because he's spending so much time trying to get good at mini golf, because one, he wants to impress a girl, and two, like he's starting to realize like, oh, I like this. And so like there's like of course scenes where like late at night like he's just like at a local golf course just practicing his like putts, and like we'll have it so, oh man, David, this is for you. Chubbs comes out of nowhere. Or like the kid's like, or his best friend comes and talks about Uncle Chubbs. He's like, Uncle Chubbs used to tell me about going to your happy place and all this stuff. And then you have the moment where like the kid learns to focus on his happy place, and it's when his mom and dad were still together, and it was like a Christmas or something, and like he all of a sudden is like locks in his putts. He's like, I got this. Like, oh. What we can also do is like his dad focuses on him being really good at math. So that's why he's really good at geometry. Like knowing the angles and like, you know what I mean? Like mathematically we make it so he just like learns like, oh, my dad's been pushing me to be good at like math or something. And
math,
he realized,
like physics.
Yeah,
Stuff,
he's like, my dad wanted me to be like a physics guy. I get it now. So that's why he's really good at mini golf. Like he can do like the Happy Gilmore, look at the thing and figure out the obstruction.
Yeah.
And that's when it clicks to him. Like he finds his happy place, and then he realizes like, holy shit, I could be better than everyone because I'm using like my science brain. But then I guess cut to like tournament, and he's just rocking it through, and like his dad has to come, and like I guess the finals for the mini golf tournament is this big outdoor course. Very similar to Hulu's series mini golf show. Fuck, what's that called?
Holy moly.
Holy moly with Rob Riggle. Oh my God. Can we? All right. Rob Riggle is one of the anchors, like covering him and his buddy. That'd be so good. Come on, Hulu. We got you and Disney Channel are about to make $1 billion. But okay,
They're all owned by the same company, so
that's what I'm saying.
Mr. Disney owns Hulu.
That's what I'm saying.
all Disney.
I know. But so what basically you get to the part 2 where like it comes down to the final 4, or you have, all right, we can have like the moment too leading to get to the final 4 is the kid versus his best friend. So it's kind of like a like sad moment where he's like his best friend's like does a real good shot and he's like, I'm sorry, dude, like I need this scholarship as bad as you. And then like his, he beats his buddy. And his buddy's like, hey, it ain't no thing, man. It ain't no thing. And then in the semifinals, it's him versus the girl he likes. Like somehow. Or should we have the girl he likes going against the bully?
I think against the bully.
Okay. And then, of course, it's going to be him versus... Or should it be him versus the bully in the finals? Or him versus the girl he likes in the finals?
No, so here's the move. He's gonna go against the bully, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the bully, because he's a piece of shit, as she's going up for one of her putts, he just does the little whoop and he gets the fucking putter around her ankle and trips her. And then she falls. She's like, ah! And then she's out of the
She
fucking
gets
match.
injured.
Like,
She can't compete. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, but nobody sees it. And then he's like, oh, he cheated. He's like, oh, I would never do such a thing. And then she's like, oh, I can't continue. And then, he automatically gets jumped to the finals. And he's like, I'm going to get you.
Yeah, she sprains her wrist. Like she falls and like breaks her wrist. Something that would like literally prevent you from fucking doing it.
Yeah, or she fucking cracks her neck and just dies.
Yeah, she hits a rock and is unconscious and doesn't wake up.
And she falls on a stool neck first.
Yeah, $1 million baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So I wanted to, and then like, so we cut to like at the tournament, like his dad just like, he has like a fucking like falling like out with his dad at the beginning of like the last day of the tournament, right? When it's the finals, like 18 holes against the bully, best score wins, type situation. And like that morning, his dad like confronts him and is like, I know you've been in this tournament, right? Like, and then he explains to his son like, hey, this is why we don't do golf here. You have to pull out of this tournament, like type of situation. Or should we have that at the start of the tournament? Like his dad shows up the day one.
What if his dad, like, you said you want the dad to be like an announcer, right?
Well, no, his dad's a weatherman that's there to cover because the tournament's taking place outdoors, an outdoor mini golf.
So what if you pull like the ultimate fucking cheese? You know how usually whenever that happens, somebody's always in a disguise. What if his disguise is just like the big fucking golf hat with the giant poof on top, and he's just always kind of like looking down, trying not to make eye contact with his dad?
He's got the Guy Fieri visor with the fake hair.
I don't know how it was fit for golf, but I was thinking just a big silly golf hat. But yeah, he's got Guy Fieri hair. Fuck it.
Guy Fieri hair visor with like the what are those sunglasses? The ones, the pit vipers. So he's hidden. But yeah, okay. So his dad confronts him day one of the tournament. Like as soon as he realizes, like, holy shit! Like after the first, because he just sees him, he doesn't hear any of the announcements of the names and stuff. Like whenever it's the end of the day, his dad sees like on the tournament board his son's name, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Like after day one, and his son's proud because like, yeah, I advanced in this tournament. And that night, his dad confronts him at dinner, like, "This is why we don't do golf. Like or like he confronts him being like, you're dropping out of this tournament. We're not doing this." He doesn't explain it that night to him. Like they just have the argument, Kid goes in the room crying. Then, like, the kid, of course, is like
out the next day.
Yeah, he's out the next day to do it and plays. And then the dad, like is there. And then, like, at the end of the tournament, like at the end of that day, he explains to him, why, like, we don't do this. And then he tells him, like, because I'm seeing like a 3 days event. You know what I'm saying? Like, day one,
yep.
Day two, day three. And then, he tells him that. And then, like, the dad's like, I never wanted you to know about this. And like the kid and him like are on off terms. Like the dad's not supporting it, but he's not going to try and stop the kid. And then, by the finals when the kid is going against the bully after the bully breaks the girl's arm, his dad's like rooting for him. Like he's turned a new leaf for it, and he's proud of his son when his son wins. And then we gotta have the awkward moment, right? We have to have the most awkward shit where the guy that stole his mother and his mother is there, and the guy that stole the mom is the one giving the trophy and the scholarship.
Yeah.
Or,
all right.
How awesome would it be if it's the bully's mom and dad, and they're only like a year apart?
So you're saying like he finds out like, oh shit, that the kid that's been bullying me is my half brother?
Exactly.
That's a twist.
That is a twist you
What
would
a
never
twist.
see coming.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty good.
I kind of
It'd be
like that.
extreme.
You don't find out about it till the end, too.
And then
Yeah.
at the end, you play the fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm music. And he's like, Mom?
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
no, I think we could do that. We could do that, but then here's the thing. The dad goes up and is like, Carol, like, and she's like, he's like they're civil about it. And like the bully kid and him, we set up. That's what I'm talking about, Dave. We set it up so this next movie is like they're competing against each other, and then like after a while they like bond. Like toward the end of it, like they're both like trying to, you know, be really good at mini golf, and they're going against the bad Russian, you know, insert the Rocky-esque villain. And
So you have to have a fucking like Irish kid who grew up like
Or a
St.
Scottish
Andrews or
kid.
some
yeah,
shit.
and
Scottish,
they'll basically like, you know, unite, like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, like type of. They bond together to beat this other kid in the tournament, and then they learn like, all right, we're half brothers, it's okay. And like that's the second one. That's par for the course 2, I guess. Like
Double bogey.
a par for the course, double bogey. Yep, I like it. Yeah, that's when they learn to beat.
What if that one's like it's like a 2-man team?
Yeah, they're doubles. They have to. The 2 best kids in the school end up being on a team doing doubles against 2 best kids. It's regionals, baby. Just like in every. Come on, yo! It's regionals. Oh my god.
Make them play like best ball or some shit against each other.
Dude, I love it. Yeah, it's a scramble. It's scramble mini golf. But I think, yeah. I think we wrote something pretty great. Like I think par for the course, the series, because like we have to make it up to 4. Because I think in par for the course 3 will be the movie about they're going to college and how everyone else is going to college and knows what they want to do with their life, and he's struggling to find something. Like he's going to community college just to kind of like make it seem like he's doing something with his life, but he's just not sure. You know what I mean? He's confused. Like his girlfriend from high school has gone off. Like
I think we gotta.
It's Mighty Ducks 3.
Yeah, but they were going to like high school, so you got to move the time frame up.
What do you mean?
Because college is gonna play in a Disney Channel movie.
It isn't.
Gotta be high school,
But
so
they're
they got to be
already
in
in high
middle
school.
school, going to high school.
Middle
So they got to be in
School.
middle school. They
Gotta
got
be
to
middle
start middle school.
So then we drop it down. Okay. Well,
Yeah, we just shift it up a little. Yeah,
we make it so like everybody's going to private school, but him. He's the public school kid still. Because like his dad's like, I went to public school. It's good for you, like type of.
Yeah.
Or the other way around. Like all of his friends are in public school. He has to go to private school, and he's like fucking miserable about it because he's like, ugh, I'm with all these weird people, and we have to wear
you
uniforms.
play real golf.
Yeah, we have to. Oh my god, yeah, that's the thing. He
That's
transitions.
the one where, yeah,
He's transitioning from they're like, oh, you were the fucking mini golf king. Let's see what you do on the real course, boy. And that's when, oh my god, even better. Okay, sorry, we're about
that's
to
when he
finish
meets
this.
Chubbs' nephew.
Not even just. This is when him and his mom start reconnecting, and she is the one teaching him and his brother how to golf. Because like his brother,
Separately.
Yeah, his brother, the bully, who's now like their friends, is already good at golf. Like he's
All
already
right,
good at regular
so
golf.
let me recap this. So there's going to be a transition,
Yep.
and then there's going to be some teaching, and it's going to be separate but equal.
Yep. And so like the third one, of course, is him going against the new bully in the private school, and they're learning like it's him having to win at the golf tournament in their school, the private school, after his mom and half brother, are teaching him how to play real golf. And like,
That's wild.
and then for the par 4 FOUR, the course, the last one, that's when we bring the whole cast back together, baby. It's him and his brother, like, and the girl. They're all doing a golf tournament for like college. This is when they're about to like they're trying to win a college scholarship for golf, and they're like,
Yeah.
in that area, there's only like 2 scholarships available, one for women and one for men, and like it's them competing to see who can get one for their state. Dude, we just wrote 4 Disney Channel movies for them to profit on. Like that's pretty fucking impressive. Like these, I would legit watch these. Like
For sure.
as much as like this seems like a joke, but like legit, if we were to fucking flesh out these movies and write it and send it to them, I guarantee you they would at least make a premise off of our title. Maybe not the movies we wrote, because like they might be like, that's a little controversial. I mean, here's how we can appease to them.
Out, but yeah.
Here's how we appease to them. We make his best friend, that's Chubb's nephew, trans. Boom. Disney's making it.
And the girl is
Some kind of Asian.
Indian.
There we go.
Yeah, Indian or Asian. One of the two.
Yeah. He's Indian. Boom. We even make it even more. You make the bad guy the white guy. She's Asian. He's Indian. Best friend's black. Guys. And trans? Come on now. Cancel me. Cancel me. I dare you.
It writes itself.
That's what I'm saying. Well, fuck. All right, let's go to our top 10. This week we're doing top 10 Brendan Fraser films. I'm going to, can Adam, open it up on a tab. Let's see what we got here. I know I got mine. I got mine written out.
They're all on there, I think.
Yeah.
Dope. For me personally, and this is the order I had to put mine in. No context. This is all just off of feels, but I'll only justify. I think we only need to justify our top 3s. To be fair, I think that's the way to do it.
If you want to.
Yeah.
If you want to.
If you even feel the need to. Number 10 for me is Looney Tunes Back in Action. It's okay. It's an okay film. Number 9, Dudley Do Right. I put it in there because nostalgia. I don't remember anything about this movie, but I remember that box art very well.
Yep.
Blockbuster. Blast from the Past, number 8. I forgot all about that movie till David reminded me of it. Christopher Walken's great in it, and the boiled Dr. Pepper is fucking hilarious. I had no idea. 7, Encino Man, because again, I remember the movie. I don't remember everything from it, but it has Sam in it, so I like it. Mummy 2. This was tough for me to put here, but I hate the little kid in it. I fucking despise him. I think he ruins the film.
I kind of get that.
Yeah. Number 5, George of the Jungle, because, god damn it, it's a great film, but it's not as great as number 4, Bedazzled, which the main character is named after me, and it has, what's her name? Hurley? What's her name?
Yep, Elizabeth Hurley.
Elizabeth Hurley, which she's just always been boner sauce for me. Number 3 is Airheads, because I fucking love that movie. I grew up watching that, and it's just so funny. And it's got, I mean, it has all the greatest people, like really funny people in it. Number 2, The Mummy, which surprisingly, it's not my number 1 because I love that film, but the film that fucking brought me so much joy as a child was Monkey Bone, which was my number 1, which I saw in theaters. And my God, was I not prepared for what that movie was going to be? And neither was my dad, who I'm sitting there watching it with, and he's like, is this monkey jerking off? And I was like, yeah. And like, we're just watching this fucking horny ass, cartoon ass monkey in like the weirdest Tim Burton, Clive Barker world. It was fucking dope. But that was my top 10. Who won't go next?
I'll go
Adam,
next.
so why don't you go? Because I need a second so I can just kind of listen and nod my head.
Yep.
Yep. My number 10, I went with Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Never saw it, but I heard good things.
It wasn't bad. I mean, it's
There's only one problem.
a movie. Yeah.
That goddamn Josh Hutcherson fucking
Yeah,
loser.
that's the only thing I didn't really like about it. But
Straight up, yeah. If he wasn't there, the movie was a 10 out of 10.
Fair enough.
yeah, I just don't like that guy.
He's so-
9, I went Looney Tunes back in action. Can't go wrong.
Good film.
I love me some Looney Tunes. 8, I went Encino Man.
Mhm.
I know it. I don't really remember most of that movie.
It's funny.
I know I've seen it, but I don't really remember like 95% of it.
It's not bad.
I went Dudley Do Right 7. I know I've seen it, but again, it's just that movie art. I just remember it.
Riding the horse
Backwards
backwards.
on a horse. Yep,
And salute.
in a Mountie uniform.
That's so funny.
Goddamn goober.
Yeah. 6, I went George of the Jungle. Love it. Can't go wrong with that. Talking monkeys, talking animals.
That shit is hilarious.
It's very good. 5, I did Bedazzled. Not really much to say about that one. 4, I went with The Mummy. It's an all-time classic movie, The Mummy. 3, I went Blast from the Past.
Okay.
Just I've seen it a whole bunch of times. Was always on TV, so I watched it a lot. 2, Airheads, all-time cast: Adam Sandler, Steve Buscemi. There's someone else on there too.
A lot of
I
Simpsons
can't think of
actors.
their name. Yeah, Joe something or other. He's Italian. I don't
Mhm.
remember his last name.
Oh, yeah, the guy from fucking but was on Criminal Minds later on and shit.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. That guy's a champ.
Joey D'Agostino. D'Agostino. Wait, that's a kid we went to high school with. I'm just kidding.
And 1, I went with Monkey Bone.
Fuck yeah. It's a great film.
I love Monkey Bone.
It's got
so
Mike
funny.
Esposito. Is that the guy's name? Or what's his name? Joey. No, wait. What's his name? Who's the guy that does Monkey Bone's voice? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not gonna look it up real fast.
That dude, Joe Micazamo. How do you? What? I'm just gonna keep saying it. Super
Are you
Italian
trying
names.
to say John Leguizamo?
Maybe that's who it is.
John Turturro.
Is that it? Because I don't think it is. I don't remember.
I think it's John Turturro.
John Turturro. Is that no? It has to be. Oh, I
Yeah,
guess
voice of
it
Monkey
is
Bone,
John
John Turturro.
Turturro. Who was I confusing it with? I was thinking it was
Are you thinking of Leguizamo?
yeah. What's his name?
I don't know.
John Leguizamo? Is that what what are you saying?
I think that is who I was thinking it was because
I think that's who you think it is. That's the guy who played Clown in Spawn.
yeah, that's who I thought it was. Man, apparently I'm retarded. I could have swore he was also Luigi in the Mario Brothers, and he was in Tu
Yes,
Wong
he
Fu.
fucking was.
Oh, that trailer dropped the other day.
What, Tu Wong Fu? No, Super Mario Brothers.
No.
I know what you're saying. That looks like a good movie. I don't care what anyone says.
It looks good. I
Jack
hate
Black as
that Chris
Bowser.
Pratt's voice.
It looks good. It's just
Yeah.
it's surprising that it looks as good as it does.
I think they could have done a different Mario, but that's just me. Dave, would you like us to read your list since you driving?
No, I'm not driving anymore. I'm parked.
Oh, where?
I'm all good. Petra, you guys can do your thing. I'll be out in a minute. No shit. All right, sorry. 1 second. I'm just letting people out of the car.
No, you go, dog. I will say, yeah, for that Mario Brothers movie, it is weird. I wouldn't say it's weird that Chris Pratt's doing the voice of Mario. I just think it's weird that you would have him do that voice after he just did Lego Movie as a main guy's voice, and like,
Yep.
when you could have gone like, Chris Pratt's appealing. Like I think he's funny.
I get it.
But
Yeah.
I wish they would have done something different, like someone different. Like
I wish they would put it in Italian.
I don't care about that because like Mario's already done by like only white people, and then
Yeah, but also I want a little bit of an Italian accent. Chris Pratt's Italian
Yeah, it's just
accent there is
hi, I'm Chris
terrible.
Pratt. Hi, I'm Mario.
Yeah.
I
Watch
mean,
out for me. It's me, Mario.
who could you have put in that role then? Like, who's someone
I don't know.
Italian?
It,
I have no idea.
it doesn't matter. Just do an accent. I don't care. Ron Jeremy can do it. I don't give a fuck. Just do an accent.
Yeah, who?
Someone who does a
Like
better accent.
sound like Mario.
It's me. You have like Trevor Noah doing it. No, I would love to see just someone. I don't know, just someone different because like I feel like Chris Pratt's been in so much kid stuff of late that it's distracting. You know,
Yeah.
when you could have gone with like, I get he's the safe choice because he just did Jurassic Park movies and stuff like that, but I don't know. Give someone else a chance.
Speaking of Chris Pratt, have you guys watched Terminal List?
No.
Terminal List? No. Is it a Chris Pratt
So
movie?
good.
If it is, I
It's
won't
a
watch
show on Amazon. It's awesome.
I've heard good
With Chris
things.
Pratt?
I just haven't gotten around to
It's
it.
really, really good.
it.
And he's not very Chris Pratt in it. He's like,
Big Dog is fucking furious.
I don't know. Nobody wants to like get his stroller and stuff out, so he's just getting pissed off. He's like, "Are we going or what? Are we going or what? Are we going or what?"
Can we go? I'm trying to think
So
like
that's it.
who would I have preferred to play Mario, and I think like if you got somebody like I'm trying to think like who's an Italian. I mean, you know, it'd been funny to hear Leonardo DiCaprio do that, like ironically, because like then he'd be appealing to the 20-year-olds he's trying to get with. Instead
The thing
of
I don't,
being fat.
the thing I don't get the point of. So like the rest of the cast so far, it kind of makes sense. Like I get why you would pick Charlie Day for Luigi, right? Because like he's a goofy guy.
Mm-hmm.
Luigi's goofy. What about Chris Pratt and Mario like kind of like gel together as a character? That's like when like so like they cast Sonic and they used fucking what's his name? The motherfucker who played fucking John Ralphio. Like that voice kind of
yeah.
fits. Like it fits the vibe. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's no vibe with Mario and Chris Pratt. Like that doesn't even seem right. Like
Joey
it doesn't
Diaz
seem
as
to
Chris
fit.
or as Mario. Give me a mushroom, you cocks.
Yeah, cocksucker.
Make it a real Italian Mario.
That'd have been fucking awesome.
I would die. Like I would die. I mean, that's the thing. It's just like I don't know any Italian American actors
You guys can go down. I'll meet you down there.
because like
Whatever.
maybe Danny DeVito
Go
would
on
have
with-
been a good Mario.
Yes. That
It's
would have been
me,
great. I mean,
I'm Mario.
like it's still voice acting though. Like the actor doesn't matter as much as the voice.
Mark
There's, like,
Ruffalo would
what,
have been
like-
good.
What's the real point of casting? Like everybody else seems like they fit. Like Bowser's probably gonna have some weird comedic parts, so Jack Black is gonna like fit that role.
Mm-hmm.
Luigi's gonna have goofy shit happening all the time. So who's better than Charlie Day to do goofy shit? The Chris Pratt and the Mario, I just don't get it. They're gonna make it way too fucking heroic. Probably it's gonna be annoying. Like I don't see the point. Like it doesn't fit the cast. Like when they had Will Arnett do Batman, that fit. That makes sense. That's funny. It's a Lego Batman. That really works. But the Mario Chris Pratt, I don't see it.
They should have made it Steve Carell. Or somebody
Yeah.
who could do a ridiculous accent. Like, I don't even know at this point. Like, Mario's too hard of a character. Mario's too particular of a character that it's like you should have just gotten the dude who does the voice of Mario from the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have everyone else, and then as long as Mario had the normal voice from the video games, it probably would have been fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had the fucking old dude who's like, it's me, Mario, woohoo! Like, nobody would have objected if he's acting with Charlie Day. You know what I'm saying? Princess Peach.
They had good voice actors. I mean, realistically, it doesn't even need to be. So, like, it doesn't have to be an Italian accent so much. It just has to be more of a New York accent. I mean, they're from fucking New York, aren't they?
He's a plumber from New York that gets sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom.
That's what I'm saying. So, in that circumstance, like, they could have found definitely somebody from fucking New York. I mean, shit, that probably wouldn't have been that hard to fucking cast.
David, I'm looking over your list, and I do not know your number 5. I don't know this movie.
Oh, awesome. All right, yeah, you want to hit the list real quick?
Yeah. We'll hit the list, then we can we'll let you get back to family time.
I'm actually glad you don't know that movie because that movie's super baller, but it's not. But that's why I hit top five. Like that's pretty cool. All right, so we'll keep it simple and quick. Looney Tunes back in action. It's just on there because that was a childhood movie.
It's
It
a
was
good
good
one.
enough to make the top 10. Same with Dudley Do Right. Dudley Do Right. It was just a stupid slapstick comedy for kids. It was great. What's nothing wrong with it? George of the Jungle, I feel like isn't getting enough credit. I know it's a little lower on my list, but also my fucking 7 through 1 is just so hot fire. But George of the Jungle is so fucking meta, it's unreal, and I love that. Like that movie was way ahead of its time.
It really was. And
That
he was a hot man in that one. His body was
oh,
like
he
on point.
cut up, tanned, oily, fucking making me all bricked up as a fucking child, hard as shit. It was good. It was real. It was real good. Monkey Bone, like I enjoy that movie. It is hilarious. It's funny. But I have to admit, I definitely enjoy these other movies more, which is why Monkey Bone's kind of lower on the list.
That's fair.
And it's also why my next movie for number 6, Encino Man, beats it out because, dude, I can remember so much about Encino Man. Like, dude, it was Sean Astin and Pauly Shore, and Pauly Shore rode that stupid fucking scooter throughout the whole goddamn movie.
His moped
And then
thing.
and then watching Brendan Fraser go from a frozen fucking Neanderthal to fucking like the coolest kid in fucking school, and then getting in like an argument and a fight with Sean Astin's character over a girl, like that was great. They pulled that off so well. Like what a silly idea that just really blossomed into something awesome that I feel like not enough people know about because it's kind of aging out.
Yeah, I feel that.
But
Like it's just due.
no, it really doesn't. Like, but that's the thing. That's why you got to teach kids. You got to show them the dope shit so they keep it live, keep it going. But Adam, have you seen Inkard? Have you seen my number 5? Are you familiar?
No, I've never even heard of it.
Dude, fucking dope. All right, so Inkheart was like super fucking low key and came out when we were in high school at some point. I can't remember the exact year. It's probably like 2007 or 8, I think, somewhere in that range. And Brendan Fraser plays probably one of the coolest characters in general. So he is a father and he lives in a house like full of fucking like books and shit, but he never reads. And he gave up reading after one night he's reading to his child and he finds out he has this power and he's called a silver tongue. And anything he fucking reads actually leaves the book and comes to reality. So he read all these fucking books to his kid and boom, all these fucking characters are out and they're all looking for him at all times. But the only way they can find him is if he starts reading so they can like catch on to the trail again and trying to figure out what's going on. But it is fucking awesome. The action sequences and stuff. Dude, it's a dope movie. Like if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest it because you'll enjoy the shit out of it.
I saw the cover and I remembered it. I remembered that movie came out. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it's up there, I promise. It's fucking awesome. It's so good. Cool as shit. Love the cast for that too. But obviously my number 4 being Bedazzled. How do you go wrong with such a fucking I mean, is that a cult classic? Is that gonna get cult classic status?
I think not yet. I think it could. I think if enough people were to watch that, because I think a lot of people are turned off from it because they go, "What the fuck is this?" But like when you go back and actually watch the whole thing, it's actually pretty good. It's not cringy at all.
No, it's not. I fucking enjoy the shit out of that movie, and I don't know what my favorite fucking like wish of his is, but when he ends up as the fucking like drug cartel fucking leader with Allison, his wife at the time, the fucking shit where he's just so confused, like what the hell is this? And he dips his finger, it's cocaine, and he just gets all fucking pissed off. And
he starts speaking Spanish, I think, and
he's like, sorry, I don't speak Spanish, and speaks it like in perfect Spanish. Like, oh my god, if my fucking like high school Spanish teacher can hear me now.
So good.
No, that movie's fucking amazing. But then, once again, this is another fucking we're rolling it back, we're enjoying our childhood, or if you're currently a cable subscriber and have TNT or TBS, you had to have seen Blast from the Past.
I mean, we
And
can't say any more on that film. We
yeah,
full-heartedly support it. Like, watch it. Just watch it.
It's amazing. It's amazing. The whole thing. It's top notch.
The most walking.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, man, I'm probably gonna watch that too this weekend if I get time. Besides that though, The Mummy. It almost made number one, but my number one's too good. It's definitely my favorite. But obviously, we know The Mummy, super hot fire, super Brendan Fraser.
We talk about it
If
every
you know
2
the
episodes.
Yeah, if you know the phrase, you know the mum, you know what's going on. But most importantly, my number one, fucking Airheads. That is just top of the line. You guys said it. I've heard it. I think out of all these movies, that is the best cast movie. The star power, the fucking ridiculousness, the comedy, fucking Brendan Fraser with long hair and tattoos and a fucking guitar and a Harley as he rolls around trying to sell a fucking goddamn demo reel of his fucking music, hoping the one radio will fucking play the shit. It fantastic, and
I'd say it's a
so
perfect
funny.
film. It's a perfect film because the story makes sense. It's not completely unreasonable, and there's an explanation for everything. And plus, what's his face living in the vent is one of the funniest things ever.
I was gonna say, dude, between Kramer and the fucking vent, and the fucking cop outside talking to him. What the fuck? Oh, what was that guy's name? What was Kramer's character's name in the vent?
Ipkiss?
It's like
Stanley Ipkiss?
No,
that's the mask.
What's his name? I almost said Spaz too, but I don't think that's. It's something like real weird. But when the cop gets on, he's like, "I feel like I can trust you."
My
Last
wife
night I
left
got
me.
home. He's like, "I had the littlest teeny weeny skid mark on my underwear, and you would have thought I started World War III." I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck's going on right now? This is so weird."
It's so funny.
Oh yeah, it's a top notch fucking comedy. And then when they get pissed off when they're trying to make the music video, and they won't let them play live, and he's like, "For all you care, we could just be Pip farting on a snare drum." And he's like, "I ain't farting on no snare drum. I just fucking I ain't
That's
farting
so
on no
good.
snare drum." And he's in that stupid like Zorro mask and cape and shit. Like, dude, absolutely fucking amazing.
My wife left me for a pool boy, and it was Pip.
Yep, it was some pool cleaner.
I love it.
All we found is a van full of pool gear or pool cleaning gear. Pool gear.
gear.
Fucking the way he like fucking freaks out. I fucking love it. That movie is so good. I wish they would do something with that. Like that movie needs to live on compared to some of these other shit fests they've been making.
Nah, man. Don't remake anything anymore. Get original ideas. Like we created today, baby. All right, guys. This is just another day with
David.
Adam.
Elliot. Like, comment, subscribe, click some bells, and, if you want to hear more, let us know.
Touch my wiener.
Touch my camera through the fence.
Yeah.
The show has ended. The show